two reasons why I started the YouTube channel. Number one, I saw like an influx on YouTube of just meaningless content. I do really see.
Things have been good, just kind of watching a lot of white identity extremism occur and not be labeled as such. But otherwise, things are great.
Do black men have more power than black women?
Of course they do.
Why are black people so weak that they allow this to happen?
Well, I wouldn't say the question would be why are black people so weak. The question would be is why is white supremacy so diabolical and savage? Like I got time for that.
Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and talk about this article stating that Oprah is going to be hosting panel interviews after this Leaving Neverland documentary premieres. And listen, there was a good video that was produced by Nyla Says discussing the sleeper cell intentions of Oprah. Now, Oprah does have a lot of black backing, specifically among celebrities and mainstream black people. They've been trying to push for Oprah to be the president or run for presidency, regardless to the fact that she doesn't do really anything at all to benefit the black community. And now she is helping to spread a smear campaign against Michael Jackson, who passed in 2009. Now, I've been said that there is propaganda and a concerted effort by the mainstream media to make black men the face of sexual assault, which they don't really engage in to the extent that their white male counterparts do. Now, largely this is being successful because there really isn't any pushback from black men on this. I want to give a big shout out and thanks to my current Patreon supporters, and I want to provide people the opportunity, if you're looking to support the channel, to sign up and become a patron to support the channel. You do have access to exclusive content, so if you would like to support the channel, please sign up, become a patron, and support that way. Also, the Dusty Beta Male t-shirts are available, and you can purchase them if you'd like to. They are available in a multitude of different sizes and colors for both males and females, and the link to where you can get these shirts will also be included in the description box as well as pinned to the comment section. So thanks to everyone who's a Patreon supporter. If you want to become a supporter of the channel, you can sign up via Patreon, and the link will be in the description box and pinned to the comment sections. And the Dusty Beta Male shirts are available for purchase. And that's both on social media and mainstream media. Now, they could be running a comparative campaign in which they do what they can to change the narrative so that they're not being made the face of this. But they're not doing that. They're actually focusing on, for the most part, and this is relegated to social media, YouTube specifically, rather than taking control of the narrative so that they're not being the face of this, what they're actually doing is just attacking women and talking about nonsensical things. So Oprah, along with her friend Gayle King, is helping to spread this propaganda, because the Jackson family went on CBS, the show with Gayle King, who is Oprah's friend, to discuss this documentary, which, keep in mind, Michael Jackson was acquitted. Before he died, he was acquitted and went through a trial process and was acquitted of any allegations of any type of abuse towards these children. So you already know the fact that he's no longer even here, and they're bringing something up to try and put accusations on a man who isn't even alive to defend himself. You have to understand how insidious and disgusting that is, especially for someone like Oprah and Gayle King to take part in that. It is just sheerly disgusting, because the man can't even rest and have his legacy as the best performer and the best musician to have ever lived. he has to sit here and now bear the scarlet letter of some accusations that are nonsensical, that don't apply to him, and that he is not able to defend. This is how insidious and disgusting this society is getting. And unfortunately, you have Black people who are all too willing to help spread that disgusting poison. Now, I want to go to this quick clip, and then I'll come back for my remaining commentary.
Did it not seem odd to you, though, that your brother would share a bed or have slumber parties with young children?
Well, I don't know if he has. I can't say yes.
Well, you said sleepovers and
Right,
watching movies.
I grew up in it, so I can
he
tell
was
you.
there.
Yeah, I grew up in it, so for me it wasn't odd.
It wasn't odd.
I think to the outside world, yes, I think it can be odd. I mean, I'm not oblivious to what it sounds like, but when you're actually there in that atmosphere and you're around it and you're watching movies,
With
whether
his kids too,
yes,
as well.
with his kids, whether it's Little Rascals or Three Stooges, and you're watching these things, it's like, it's very innocent. But I think the fault of my uncle was he didn't have that bone in his body to look at it the other way. And I think that was the thing, is that his naivety was his downfall in a way.
Now, you guys saw that short clip, so you saw how the Jacksons, some of Michael Jackson's brothers had to come and defend him. And again, this shouldn't even be a discussion, because long ago, Michael Jackson has long been acquitted of any and all charges relating to these accusations. So in this article, and The Root put it out first, it says that she will be hosting a panel discussion with Wade Robson and James Safechuck immediately after the second installment of the HBO documentary. Now, understand that all of these allegations are simply allegations. They can be chalked up as rumors. They're doing a documentary based solely on what someone said versus any type of evidence. There is no evidence that Michael Jackson did anything to these people. There's no evidence that Michael Jackson even knows who these people are. The documentary is directed by Dan Reed, who will also join the discussion. The discussion, Oprah Winfrey Presents After Neverland, is set to premiere on March 4th on both OWN and HBO. That means people should be boycotted. But that should get the lowest ratings ever. Winfrey will also air the interview on Oprah's Super Soul Conversations podcast. Now, if people don't see who Oprah is after this, there's literally no, I don't know what more you would need. She should not be getting any more support. If you ever wanted to be on code as a group of people, this is what you would apply. You would apply this type of code by not even supporting someone who is doing this. Because here's the thing. Again, Michael Jackson isn't alive to defend himself. There is no tangible evidence to substantiate anything these dudes are saying. They're just able to come out and say stuff because, number one, who Michael Jackson is, a Black man, regardless to how much you guys think he bleached his skin, which his autopsy actually showed that he did have vitiligo, so he wasn't lying about that. The autopsy they did after him confirmed that. We can sit there and talk about his mentality. We can talk about what we don't like about him, but that's besides the point. What they're doing now is insidious and disgusting. This man is dead. Okay? You would never see them. They don't even do this to the white men who are alive, let alone the ones who are dead. The documentary will reportedly explain the alleged events in more graphic detail. The two men have also testified against Jackson during his 2005 trial, which followed accusations from another young boy at the time claiming he had also been molested. But now, I also want to include the fact that during the actual 2005 trial, one of the dudes who's now going to be on the panel interview, Wade Robson, stated during that 2005 trial when he was giving his testimony that Michael Jackson did nothing to him and did not touch him. So now you have the same person coming out and understand that Oprah could very easily look into this if she wasn't focused on supporting an agenda. He stated that nothing was done to him. So now he wants to come back and double back on that for the sake of propaganda and discuss something that he initially in a 2005 trial said didn't even happen to him. That's the problem. That is the problem. And this is why I say we have to look at this for what it is. And Oprah just simply shouldn't be supported. Because if we look at this, it says Robeson made statements in support of Jackson to investigators first in the 90s and testified in support of Jackson at his 2005 trial, where he was acquitted. Safechuck at one point also denied he was touched by Jackson to investigators. The two filed separate civil assaults against Jackson, the state, that were dismissed on technical grounds and remains under appeal. They said that the Jackson estate also has filed a suit against HBO over the documentary. Now, the thing of it is again, these are things that Oprah knows and she's aware of, yet she's still giving these two dudes a platform. This is how uncredible she is, but yet people still continue to support her. So you can already tell the motive for even dredging this up, because their testimony at this point is irrelevant. If a jury didn't even believe their testimony, you have to question the motive that Oprah would even have in interviewing them, aside from propaganda. The discussion will reportedly be a Q&A that will be recorded in front of an audience of other victims. Leaving Neverland had already caused a stir in the media following its premiere at the Sundance Film Festival in January. The documentary has made Jackson's family extremely upset, which they have shared with the public on multiple occasions. She's just disgusting, and so is Gail. Jackson's brothers, Tito, Marlon, and Jackie, along with his nephew, Taj, appeared on CBS this morning. You guys saw that video, and spoke to Gayle King about the documentary Tuesday. The family accused Robeson and Safechuck as opportunists and admitted liars, and are adamant in defending their brother's legacy. It has always been about money. I hate to say it when it's my uncle. It's almost like they see a blank check. Well, that's just the case, because Michael Jackson's name holds extreme weight. The Jacksons will always be moneymakers, especially Michael Jackson, because of who he was. You guys have to understand, during the time of this trial in 2005, that was national news, breaking news, national, international. They couldn't have put out enough coverage on it. So imagine how much money it made back then. And now to try to dredge it up and say, okay, well, we're going to do this, and we're going to get these two people whose testimony was deemed irrelevant during a trial in which Michael Jackson was acquitted, indicating that these two dudes were just not credible at the time, clearly not credible enough for the jury members to believe them, because every last one of them found Michael Jackson to be not guilty of anything. That tells you what's going on. It tells you what's going on, and it tells you about Oprah, and it's really just disgusting. It shows who she is and who she stands for. So at this point, like, what more do you need to know about where she stands? Again, they wouldn't be doing this to anybody else. They're the reason why this is being put out, and it's because it supports their propaganda and their agenda. You guys let me know what you think. Thank you for your support. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll see you in the next one.